What's up guys, Wellen Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends 3-pack right here. We have the Vision, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Kate Bishop, Hawkeye right here. Looks pretty cool. I don't know that much about Kate Bishop to be honest, but I am looking very forward to the Sam Wilson, Captain America figure right here, so let's open them up. Alright guys, so here they are out of the box. I'm pretty happy to have a Sam Wilson, Captain America figure right here. I'm really a big fan of that character. And the figure is pretty good. Also, the Kate Bishop figure isn't that bad too. We'll get into that soon. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye right there. And of course, you have a updated Vision figure right here, which is probably the least desirable of the three. I don't know if I really needed it, but it's pretty nice to have one. So we'll take a look at him first. Alright guys, so here is the Vision up close and personal. Now I have to say, it's not a bad figure. I want to like it a lot. It's not horrible at all. It's nice to see an updated version of the Vision. This is from the all new, all different comic universe of Marvel Comics. So it's pretty good, you know. Even though it is just a repaint figure of the Bucky mold, it really isn't that bad. You know, I thought it wasn't that great to be honest when I first looked at it, but the more I was holding this figure right now and examining it, it's not that bad. The cape itself is pretty okay. You know, it's a nice lime green cape. Pretty straight though. I do wish it had some more give, and it's really stiff as well. You barely get any kind of give right there. Mine came a little bit warped out of the box. You're gonna have to fix that with some blow dryer or something like that. But looking at the figure itself, like I said, it is just a Bucky cap mold repainted massively. It looks like it has a new head sculpt as well compared to the last one. We'll do that soon. But overall, you know, the paint isn't horrible. It's not the greatest as well. There is definitely some paint app issues on it that you would pretty much come accustomed to when it comes to Marvel Legend figures. Especially this figure is heavily repainted. You can see some blotches, some scratches and stuff like that. So it's not the greatest. Examining it close up, you'll definitely notice a lot of problems on it. But from far away, it really isn't that bad. Like I said, it's nice to have a updated Vision figure, but it definitely has its flaws. The head sculpt is a little bit different, like I said before, and the jewel on top is actually molded on. You can feel it a little bit rise on it right there. But comparing him to the original one, you can see it is a different head sculpt right there. Alright, so a quick size comparison comparing the old one and the new one right here. I have to say, I like the new one. I was very skeptical about it when I first got it, but reviewing it right now, I have to say it's not a bad figure at all. It's pretty good. You know, this one isn't bad. They definitely do a nice homage to the original look of the Vision, but you know, comparing the two right now, it seems that actually they put more thought and care into this one overall. And also, it's always nice to have an updated look of the Vision right here from the comic books. It's not a bad one, like I said before. This is okay one if you're more into the original look of Vision. This might suit you also for your collection. But in my opinion, I definitely like the new one right here. Alright guys, so next we have Kate Bishop, Hawkeye right here. Now I have to admit, when I first got the figure, I don't know that much about her. I do know I've seen her before in past comic book crossovers, but I don't know that much about the character. Doing a quick Google search of her right now, I could see that she is her own character. From what I could read, she has no relations to the original Hawkeye at all, not like a daughter or something like that, but she has teamed up with him in the past, and is part of the Young Avengers, so it's pretty nice, not bad a figure. She definitely has different outfits in the comic books as well, but this is just one of many, and it doesn't look that bad. It is basically just a female body sculpt, all purple, showing some skin right there, but it's pretty effective. I like how it looks. She also has a new head sculpt as well, to my knowledge. So let's go over some details. Alright, now taking a look at the head sculpt of Hawkeye right here. Like I said before, it is a new head sculpt. It looks pretty nice. I do wish you could take off the sunglasses to see how she looks like underneath. But overall, you could definitely tell she has a new head sculpt. The hair is also newly sculpted. It looks pretty good with the headband in there. Overall, it looks pretty nice. It's kind of refreshing to see a new head sculpt once in a while. And the hair, I have to admit, is pretty well done. It looks pretty nice in my opinion. Here's the back of it. Looks pretty good too. Alright, now taking a look at the body itself, like I said before, it pretty much is sporting the regular, smaller female body mold, and it looks pretty good, no complaints at all. The paint apps are really nice. Actually, there is very little paint apps, to be honest, because to my knowledge, taking a look at it, the arm right here is molded in the skin color, so there's no paint at all, pretty much all skin right here. The body, this arm right here and the legs are basically molded in purple, so you don't really have a lot of paint on it at all. The only paint apps really are on the skin at the hips and also at the shoulder right here, because everything else is pretty much molded in that actual color that it's supposed to be. So I like that. So you don't have a lot of paint apps. You won't have any paint app problems, to be honest. It looks pretty good. I literally have no problems when it comes to paint apps on this figure. Going down, she has some boots right there. Pretty nice. And like I said, it's a pretty simple figure, but very effective. Taking a look at her accessories, she does come with a bow right here. It looks pretty generic. I think we've seen this before. It's just repainted in silver. She also comes with a belt right here, and attached to it is her quiver, which looks new in my opinion. I don't think we've seen this before because there is a little hole right here as well to hold something else. It's attached to a hinge right there that you can pop out, but it's pretty good and secure, and it's not that bad overall. So that's basically it for her accessories. She doesn't have that much, but I don't think she needs anything else. Now really quickly, if you wanted to pose her with her bow, you can definitely do that right here. As you can see, the right hand is open, so she could bring back the string right there. There is no other arrow in the box set for her to put on, like in her hand, so I'm pretty sure if you have any extra ones lying around from other figures, you could definitely do that. But right here, you can see how she looks like when she is pulling back the arrow and the bow. Alright, now taking a look at articulation really quickly. She has a ball jointed head on a hinge that goes up. Not that much though. Barely because of the hair over in the back, but it goes down pretty far, which is pretty good. It does go left and right, no problems there, and there's a little bit of a pivot, so you have that right there. For the shoulders, it does rotate left and right, up and down, no problems there. No bicep swivel, but at the elbow, it does go up about 90 degrees right there, and rotates left and right in place of the bicep. At the wrist, she has a hinge joint and a swivel, so it's pretty standard, no problems there. At the ab joint, it could be a little bit better. It goes forward just a little bit, not that much. It goes back a lot, so that's pretty good. It does also swivel because there is no waist swivel, so that's pretty good too. And also pivots a little bit left and right, so you have some movement right there. At the hip joints, pretty good. Go about 9 degrees, no problems there. Goes back, not that much at all. A split, not that much at all. Thigh swivel, of course. 2 points at the knee. At the boot, she has no boot swivel. This part is loose, but there is no boot swivel though. At the ankle, she has a hinge and a pivot, so it's pretty standard right there. A little bit stiff. You'll loosen that up later. So yeah, she has pretty standard articulation for the female body of the Marvel Legend figures, and it's nothing that you would not know already. Alright guys, now we are at the main event. It is Sam Wilson, Captain America right here, formerly known as the Falcon. I have to admit, I love this character a lot. I'm a big fan of change when it comes to the comic universe, either Marvel or DC. I love reading something new and different. I loved it when Bucky became Cap, and I also loved it when Sam Wilson became Cap. I actually like the outfit too. I might be in the minority, but I definitely like this character a lot. As you can see, I changed and modified mine a little bit. I put some wings on him. I took it from the smaller Falcon figure right here, and I put it on his back. A little bit modifications to it to get it on it. I'll show how I did it later, but we'll take it off right now. As you can see here, it looks like on the back, and we'll take this off and take a look at the figure by himself. Alright, now taking a look at Sam Wilson up close and personal, Captain America. I have to say, I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of this or have mixed opinions, but when it comes to being accurate to the comic books, it is a very clean, accurate figure. He is sporting the original Captain America body mold with some alterations and changes to it, but overall it's a great looking figure, and you can't go wrong with it, to be honest. It looks really nice. There is some changes to it, like on the shoulders. There used to be armor plating on it from the Captain America figure. They took it out, smoothed it out as well. They put this over here as well too. These silver parts, the little panels over here. They changed the chest as well. But like I said, you know, like it or hate it, it is very accurate to the comic books, and you can't go wrong with that, and can't deny that. It looks really nice, in my opinion, and you couldn't ask for anything more. Going down, their boots are pretty nice. They have a nice belt right here as well. Take a look at the back. Like I said, it's a very nice and clean figure, and you can't go wrong with that. And that's, you know, that's all you can ask for, to be honest. The head sculpt looks pretty nice as well. No complaints there. Nice goggles on his head sculpt right there. It looks pretty good. I do wish we had a alternative head to have him unmasked. That would have been pretty nice to have as well. But overall, like I said, I like the figure. Very simple. It's basically taken from the original Captain America mold and modified, but very effective overall. Alright, now taking a look at the accessories, he does come with the Captain America shield right here, which is pretty generic. We have a million of these, literally a million of these. And it's pretty generic, nothing new here. It could go on his wrist or his back from the hinge over here. He does have a peg hole in the back as well, so you can stick that in there like that. And that's pretty much it. That's all you get. And that's pretty disappointing because this is the Sam Wilson Captain America figure, formerly known as the Falcon. He should have some wings. He did not come with him in the package. I'm not sure why that happened. Maybe because it's a 3-pack and they couldn't put all those accessories in. Maybe in the future, if he does come out as a single lone release, he might have more accessories, but in this one he does not come with any wings, and that is, like I said, very disappointing. So in light of him not having any wings on his back, what I did was I took the wings off this figure. This is the 3 3/4 movie version of the Falcon, which is not a bad figure by himself, but the wings I like a lot. They're pretty good, pretty nice looking. Obviously, when I was trying to do this, I was thinking about my options. Of course, I could go the route of the Marvel Select version, but in my opinion, that's a bigger figure with bigger wings. A little bit too big, in my opinion, for this figure. Of course, there is the Marvel Legends Falcon figure from the movie that came out recently, but I don't have that right now. And to be honest, they're pretty big also. I don't want the wings to be so humongous. So this was a good option. I looked at it, I thought it would be a good idea to try it, and I'm pretty happy how it turned out. So taking a look at the back right now, you can see that the peg hole is a little bit different compared to the one that the shield has to go on his back. So this is more of a cylinder circle. This is more of a, you know, rectangle, rounded edges. So basically what I had to do was I had to Dremel on top and bottom so it'll fit in there. Also keeping the fact that I want to put the shield in there from time to time. And I did a pretty good job. I definitely had to pat myself on the back for this one because I did it just perfectly and it snaps right in. And let's take a look at it up close, and there you go. I like how it looks. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I'm not sure if anyone else has done this. I've seen some people use other wings for his back, but not this one in particular. But I'm not going to take the credit for it if someone has done it before. But either way, I like how it turned out. I could probably repaint the dark grays on it maybe to match this over here, or maybe I'll just repaint this part, who knows. But I'm pretty happy about it. I'll think about that later, to be honest. And I think it came out pretty good. Also, these wings do move. They go up and down, so that's pretty cool too. I like how that is there. And you could take this one off, and if you want to, you can stick on the backpack with no wings out. So that's a pretty cool look as well. And surprisingly, it fits him pretty flush. You know, this is a smaller figure, and it's a lot bigger of a figure, and they fit on pretty good. So that's what I did with that one. And like I said, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. Maybe I was thinking about sticking a, drilling a hole in there so you can put the shield in the back maybe. But that might be kind of big of a backpack to have. So I'll think about it though. But that's something that I did because he does not have any wings now. So like I said, I am very happy how this looks and turned out. Now going to articulation really quickly, he does have a ball jointed head on a hinge. It goes up that far, goes down about that much, pretty good. It goes left and right, no problems there. These shoulder joints are rotating hinges that rotate all the way around, in and out, no problems there. He has a bicep swivel, 2 points at the elbow. At the wrist he has a hinge and a swivel, so it's pretty standard right there. Ab joint is okay, goes down 1 click, goes back 2 clicks, maybe 1 actually, because it goes 1. Normal right there. Waist swivel, of course. T-jointed hips, they go about that far up. It's pretty good right there, no problems there. Go back a little bit. Doing a split, not the best, but it's pretty decent overall. Thigh swivel, 2 points at the knee right here. Boot swivel, and at the ankle he does have a hinge and a pivot, so it's pretty standard. Doesn't go forward that much though. I do wish it went a little bit more forward. But overall, it's pretty standard articulation for a Marvel Legends character. Compared to the original one, which I can't find, sorry guys. I remember having the original Captain America figure of this mold, and I remember his shoulder joints are so bulky because of also the added armor on top that it would barely go up at all. So I'm really happy that they changed it on this one. The articulation is a lot better in my opinion for this figure compared to the last one, so that's a good thing right there. Now I also wanted to go over some small details on this figure that I didn't go over before, because I think it's a great looking figure, to be honest. You know, taking a look at the chest, they did change the chest and also the shoulders, but they also pretty much sculpted in all the small details. It's not like it's painted on, all of it is sculpted, so that's pretty nice overall. Even the top over here is nicely sculpted, the little panels. It definitely is a great looking figure. The belt is a little bit different too. This is a little bit different right here. Overall, like I said before, a great looking figure. All the lines are sculpted in. And going back to the head sculpt, like I said before, I like it a lot. I love the goggles on his head. It's showing the ears as well. To my knowledge, it might be a new head sculpt. I might be wrong. I'm not really sure because the jaw looks kind of similar, to be honest, but who knows. But overall, it's a great look. And we don't have a lot of African American head sculpts to use, but I do wish this came with an alternative head for the Sam Wilson character. But if you really wanted to, I mean, you could take a Black Panther T'Challa head, that's how you say it, and use that as an alternative if you really wanted to do that. I mean, I have a couple of these, so if I really wanted to change the difference between them, I could try to paint on a goatee for a Black Panther and maybe have them being different people. But you know, this is just an example if you really wanted to have a different head on this body. Now for a size comparison, here is Hawkeye with some of the other female body characters I have right here, and also Hawkeye, the male version right there. And surprisingly, I was mistaken because I thought she was sporting the smaller female body right there, but she is actually pretty tall and big. Around the same size as Rogue, actually different upper body though. Also the thighs are a little bit smaller compared to Rogue. And I actually underestimated how much different body parts they do have of the female characters, so that's pretty refreshing actually to see that they have a lot more different body sculpts. And for another size comparison, here is Vision and the new Captain America with some of the other Marvel Legend and Marvel figures I have lying around right there. It's pretty good size, no complaints here to be honest, and I think it looks pretty good. And here right now side by side with Captain America and Iron Man, this is the Figma Iron Man figure right here. Now another size comparison, here is Sam Wilson Captain America with Steve Rogers Captain America. Like I said before, sorry guys, I can't find the original body of the Captain America figure from this one. I do have the head though, I don't know where the hell the body is. But either way, I think this is a good size comparison overall because Captain America Steve Rogers is a little bit bigger of a body mold, which is more appropriate to be honest, so I think it looks pretty good. And overall, I think these guys look pretty good side by side. And for another size comparison, here is Sam Wilson with the Secret Wars Captain America. And to be honest, this is the closest thing we have right now to the new outfit of Captain America in the comic books. Not the same, but very similar in some kind of way. But either way, I like how it looks. This is actually how I display them side by side on my own personal collection because he is Captain America now and he's just Steve Rogers fighting for S.H.I.E.L.D. So is this S.H.I.E.L.D.? I could be wrong, but for the government at least. So either way, I like how it looks side by side because in the comic books, Steve Rogers has given the mantle of Captain America to Sam Wilson. So I like them side by side on my collection. And for another size comparison, here he is with Bucky Winter Soldier right there. This is the new version from the Civil War movie with the older head helmet look right there. I think it looks pretty good. And last but not least, here he is also with the Bucky Cap version right there. Alright guys, so that's basically it. I know this was a long video, but hopefully it was helpful for some of you and you guys enjoyed it either way. But overall, my conclusion on this 3-pack is I like it a lot. It's pretty good. I have to admit, I only got it for this one figure right here. Not thinking about these at all, but honestly, after doing the whole review, taking a look at them, I could see why people want these other figures as well. Having this Kate Bishop Hawkeye figure is actually really nice and refreshing. Brand new head sculpt, new body, new look. You know, it's really cool to have in your collection. I understand why people might want her right away. Having the Vision character brand new, updated, you know, it definitely has his quality issues when it comes to paint, but still, honestly, it's pretty clean. It looks really nice, and it's always nice to have a updated Vision character in your collection. And of course, Captain America right here, Sam Wilson. I was always looking forward to this character. I like it a lot. Like I said before, you know, some of them might have their flaws, but overall, it's a great 3-pack. All very clean, very accurate. No really big issues when it comes to quality control. QC problems are really not bad at all. Lack of accessories maybe, but overall it still is a really good solid 3-pack, and I'm pretty sure you'll be happy to have it if you get it yourself. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at wildandcustoms.com. If you liked the video, get a thumbs up. Peace!